Alrighty then, what's going on YouTube? This is Keith with Less Magic More Gathering, and we are going to do a new series here of quick deck techs. These are all going to be standard legal decks that we've come up with. The reason we're doing this is we're trying to get some more ideas flowing out there for people to use. We play some Arena, and it seems like we play, what do we play? We play Is It, either Control or Drakes. We play Mono Red. We play Demir Control. We play the occasional Golgari deck. It's not as prominent as it was. And then we every once in a while play some kind of token build. But that's about it. So we're going to try and get some creative juices flowing here. So we've imported some decks. We're going to, over the next next few days, import some more decks. And hopefully we'll be able to get your creative juices flowing. We're going to make these quick deck techs so you don't have to spend a lot of time watching us do videos. You can spend time building your decks and playing Arena. So let's get started here. The first one we're going to do is one we call Wild Wizards. So, Wild Wizards. This is going to be based solely around Naban, Dean of Iteration. Makes it so that any wizard entering the battlefield under your control, its abilities trigger twice. So you're going to get a lot of value out of this. Now the biggest problem that I found with Naban is even though he's only a 2-drop, he's still only got 1 defense. So we put in three copies of Curator's Ward. So the best play we can do here is to come out with a Naban on turn 2 and a Curator's Ward on Naban on turn 3, and then we start dropping these other wizards in around him, and we really get a lot more value out of them. So let's take a look and see what we're doing here. So obviously we've got 4 copies of Naban, so that hopefully we can get him every time. We've also got 4 copies of Merfolk Trickster. This is going to make it so that whenever Merfolk Trickster comes in, you're able to tap multiple creatures and they lose their abilities. It's got flash, so you can do it on the stack or at the end of your opponent's turn. It's super handy, especially when you've got Naban out there and things are happening more than once. Same with Viashino Pyromancer. It comes into play, it does 2 damage to your opponent, or to a player or planeswalker, so you can kill off a planeswalker sometimes too. The nice thing here is that, again, with Naban out there, you're getting extra value. So you get a 2-drop that does 4 damage, and then you've got a 2/1 body as well. So that's really good value with Naban out there. We got 3 copies of Lightning Strike. This is going to be one of the things that helps us finish the game once we get our main wizard out there. We'll get to that in a minute. That's kind of what makes this deck different than probably most wizard builds. We've got 3 copies of Exclusion Mage. Exclusion Mage is going to return creatures to their owner's hand. So this is kind of, if you don't have Naban yet, or they've killed your Naban, then you can use the Exclusion Mage as kind of a defense mechanism to make them have to recast things. Gitu Journey Mage is a 3-drop 3/2. Whenever it enters the battlefield, if you've got another wizard, which you will, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. So just like the Pyromancer, when it comes in, if you've got Naban, you're going to get a lot of extra damage that way. So that's kind of the purpose of this deck, is to get Naban out there, use these wizards that come in and hurt your opponent, and then finish them off with some burn spells. Like I said, we got 3 copies of Curator's Ward. That's 90% of the time you're just going to want to use this to protect Naban, because he does have such little defense. He dies to everything. We got 3 copies of Quasi-Duplicate. This is going to be, again, a card that we're going to try and use with our main finisher wizard, so that we can get a lot of extra value by paying less mana. We've got 4 copies of Wizard's Lightning. Most of the time this is just going to be a 1-drop that deals 3 damage. Bang, bang, boom, boom, boom. If you don't have a wizard, then you're probably playing mono red or some kind of control build, and it's okay to just go straight to their face anyway. Next we've got 2 copies of Fire Fist Adept. This is another one that can be a big finisher type spell. If you've got Naban out there and you cast a Fire Fist Adept, and then maybe you use your Quasi-Duplicate to make a copy of it, and you can do a lot of damage that way. But the main way we're going to try and get our opponent's health down is with Direfleet Ravager. When Direfleet Ravager enters, each player loses 1/3 of their life rounded up. So the goal here is going to be to cast the Ravager, get their life total down, maybe quasi-duplicate it, get their life total down some more, especially if you've got an Aban out there. It's really going to do a lot of damage, and then follow that up with either a Pyromancer, a Journey Mage, a Fire Fist Adept, or just some of your burn spells. Sorry about that. And then our land base is pretty basic. Look at that. 4 of each. Dragon Skull Summit, Sulphur Falls, Drowned Catacomb, Mountain Island Swamp. So that's the deck. Like I said, the main goal here is to use Naban and Direfleet Ravager to ravage your opponent's life total, and then finish them off with some wizards entering the battlefield or some burn spells. It's pretty basic. Most of the time when I was testing it, it just comes as a surprise. They don't see it coming. You know, you cast your Ravager and they think they've got a chance there. You've got a good blocker in the Ravager. You don't really need him after he does his thing, because hopefully on that next turn you're going to come in with one of these other wizards and finish them off, or be able to burn them. So it's a big surprise, especially if you followed up the next turn with a quasi-duplicate to get them down lower, and then maybe a lightning strike just to finish them off, something like that. So it's a fun deck to play. Like I said, we're trying to get your creative juices flowing. So let us know how you would use Naban and Direfleet Ravager together in a deck, and hopefully we can change the meta of Arena here and get some more decks out there, because you can get all the cards, right? Everybody gets the cards for all the other decks, so it shouldn't be hard to get the cards for something like this. Just use your creative juices. That's what we're doing. We're mixing in the pot here, trying to get some new juices flowing. So hopefully you appreciate the deck. If you like it, give us a thumbs up, give it a like, give us a subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you'll see when all these new decks come out that we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing them probably every couple days here. Try and get a bunch of them out. So thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time. Deuces. Hey, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go down below and find that subscribe button. Press it and the notification bell so that you'll know when we post new videos. If you've got some feedback, follow that arrow to the comment section and let us know what you think. See you next time.